Last week, I introduced you to the show and told you what we will be chatting about. Now, we all know that last month happened to apparently be the month of love. I'm not even going to go into my thoughts on that right now, but let's just say I'm not much of a fan. But also, I'm hopeless romantic, so don't judge my contradictions. Anyway, that being said, I recently had a post on my personal Facebook page regarding a specific form of dating. As you know, mense kan mos nie lees nie. But anyway, I asked if there were any of my social media friends that experience online dating. Now this happens to be somewhat of a taboo topic, or maybe not taboo, but more of a lip feel that, oh, I'll never do that kind of thing. And ek is mos nie by daai kak. That being said, my reasons for asking the question is because I wanted to see how many will be able to admit to have met their partner via social media or any specific kind of dating sites, and the experiences regarding that. Now, I know for a fact if I mention this to my family and friends that I'm on a dating site, then this gaat baie play, and it's like some auntie that is making the worst money biryani ever. Now, I myself have been on one dating site for a couple of years and have my fair share of stories to go with that. But when posing the question, I started doing a bit of my own research and joined a few more to understand a bit more of what each is and to see what I can say about it. And here are the stories I can tell now, but anyways, I actually found this amazing dating site, but I'll tell you about that later. With me in studio today is Rochelle and Samantha. Thank you very much for coming in with me today and sharing your story. How are you guys doing?
Good, thank you. Good.
Hello, like I am okay. Let me just take off my eyes now. I think I'm ready now for that for the day. So you know there's this whole stigma around online dating, and there's this whole thing where it's people think that, you know what, it's not a good thing to go on and pull their noses up and things like that. Can you guys tell me what your experiences are online have been from online dating, because you've both experienced it before?
You can go first.
Can I go first? Okay. Well, I won't say that I have had bad experiences or good experiences. I take it as it comes. But the stigma around online dating is it's either scary because you don't know who you're going to meet, or it's frowned upon because why can't you just meet somebody normal?
That's exactly what I'm trying to get to. Like, what is so wrong about that, man?
I'm a single mom. I don't have time to go and meet people in a normal environment. Because what do I do on my own in a mall, walking around, prowling, looking for someone in a grocery store? Hi, can I have your number, please? How do I do that? In a club. Who wants to meet somebody that's in a club? I won't take somebody else. You know, those are the things that you weigh up at the end of the day, you know? So, this is
so
safe.
With the club thing, you know, I think I've experienced the whole people actually coming up to me. But even back then, meeting somebody in a club was an issue.
Yeah.
That was also an issue.
Yeah.
That is like...
If they heard you meet him in a club, then they have something bad to say about you or how it's going to end.
Exactly.
The thing is, there's stigmas everywhere. And I've been doing this online thing since I'm 41, so I've been doing this thing since I've been in my 20s. You know, funny enough, it's not that bad though. You get good people, and then you get really bad people.
Dated anybody?
I've dated a few.
Good, bad.
Good people and a few bad people.
Want Diana was getroud met haar aan die laaste
She's lucky, so she got one, you know. But
she snapped her partner.
She snapped her partner.
But okay, let's just make it clear that you was snatched after 10 years of being online and going through the whole scene. Because my journey started back in 2008, and that time what did we have? Mixed.
No,
I was never.
It started there. It started there. So there I learned. Well, going back to your initial question, what made me go online was the fact that I was a homebody. I was a young single mother. I didn't have a lot of friends. I didn't want a lot of friends, and also a safety issue. You're comfortable just being on the phone, and for me it was better to get to know the person over the phone and getting a sense of the person, and therefore progressing into meeting, etc. I was very open to meeting. I wasn't one of those people who just chat to you for years and don't meet you. I was up for it.
Because
I want to know what meeting.
To me, being killed wasn't a fear. It didn't exist in my head. I will meet you and we will see if we liked each other offline or not.
But now, you see, the thing is, it's like, I think the whole stigma that has online dating is, which is going to come to my next question, is the fact that people fear the strange thing.
Yeah.
But now what gets to me is, what is the difference between Facebook and there's how many, you said earlier you were on how many dating sites? I'm on Tinder, I'm on Taboo, and I'm on Badoo, and I'm on Bumble. I'm on those three. And in all honesty, I trust those men more than what I trust the Facebook guys.
Yeah.
The thing with me is when I do meet you, I make sure that it's in a public place. I make sure that my car is parked far away from the entrance so that you don't know what my number plate is. And you can't follow me. And I also make sure that it's either in a mall or it's in a coffee shop so that I can leave to a shop and not leave with you. Unless we have pheromones. And it's a good date, you know? And it's a completely different story. But my last setup was I met him in the mall and I made sure that I was parked far away from the entrance where we met. And then my excuse, because there was no pheromone, so my excuse was I need to go to Clicks. And he followed me though. He followed me. Not followed to be aggressive, followed. He wanted to continue the date. And I didn't know how to let him know that it's not going to go anywhere. I'm not attracted to you, so let's just cut it short here. So I let him go to Clicks with me and I stood in front of the feminine products. And I made sure that he left off the
So that he knew what's that
No, I just made sure that he knew he was invading my privacy. But he got the picture eventually afterward because I asked him, listen here, I don't have time to do this anymore, I have to go now. And I felt bad after a while. I'm very gullible when it comes to dating. I believe in giving people a fair chance in life and not judge someone prior to meeting them, or when I do meet you, I give you a fair chance and so that I can get to know who you are at the end of the day, and then we go from there.
So I think that is basically what makes online dating more appealing to certain people, is people who don't generally judge. You don't judge that person for being online and wanting to engage with like-minded people, because that was my objective, to find like-minded people, because I felt like another thing for me was the areas I was exposed to wasn't the type of people that I wanted to mingle with.
How do you mean the areas?
So, like I said, I was introverted, I was a homebody, so I didn't go out as much. So if I step outside of my door, there's nobody I want to have a conversation with outside of my gates. But if I went online, I can meet people in other provinces, other countries. I can have a broader conversation than what's going on in the streets. So for me, it was more that also that was enticing, that was interesting, that other cultures, other type of people, to get to know them, etc.
I think that's the same with me as well. Like I'm actually chatting to a guy that's from Dubai, and he's a very nice guy. He comes to Cape Town quite often. And on Bumble, what I love about Bumble is that it gives the woman, and this is actually their slogan on there. It says that they are trying to promote women empowerment. And they are telling the woman that you need to go and introduce yourself first. So you have 24 hours in which you need to speak to the guy and message him first. And with this quiet one-liners,
I'm not a fan of Bumble because I don't have my criteria there. So I opted for OkCupid. I went on OkCupid, which I also just found by the way, was bored one evening and I found this site.
It's off of Google.
I went on dating sites. But my thing is, I'm a sapiosexual, so my mind needs to be stimulated before I can actually go out there and meet you. If you cannot have a proper conversation with me, then I cannot meet you. And my pet peeve is mixed language. Don't judge me.
Oh, I hate that.
Don't judge me. I like full sentences. W-U-D me or H-U-D me. I cannot do that. I want to have a proper conversation with you, and I want to have an intellectual conversation with you. It doesn't have to be about politics. It doesn't have to be about the world.
And you can measure a person on how they interact with you over the phone. Like, do they respond to your messages in a certain amount of, how do they respond to your messages? How do they reply to you? Like, what's the tone in their messages? Because you learn to read messages messages with a certain type of tone, and also just generally getting an idea of this person's character. For me, that's very important because I can read a lot into words.
Okay, so that's what makes a difference. But don't you want to tell us a bit more about your husband?
Yeah, just coming back to what you said about women empowerment and this site basically giving women that option.
So, where did you meet your husband?
On Badoo. On Badoo. And I actually was on Badoo, but then I went off. But then I went to a bride this particular Sunday afternoon, and at this bride I heard that the host met her husband on Badoo. And I'm like, okay, so there might be potentials. So I went back on Badoo, and obviously it lets you know in your area who's nearby, etc. And I scrolled through a few and I saw my husband there, I saw his profile. Now at that time I already knew what I wanted, who I wanted and what I wanted. So when I looked at his profile picture and I looked at his whole profile, I only had a few pictures on there. And coming back to the thing between Facebook and online dating, on Facebook there's too many people liking the pictures, man.
No.
It's a bit off-putting, it's a bit bizarre.
That is what we need. Like on Facebook that say yes, don't inbox a girl that has over 150 likes. Yes. She thinks she might have liked. I said because sorry, I did my
Exactly. So there's this type of air around Facebook people. So inboxing them and having conversation with them is not as easy and private as an online site. You can't actually, they might have a few likes, but it's not so extreme like Facebook. So I went on to his profile and I'm like, nice, so they like so slapeloze nacht. No, seriously, I saw him, he was my type. Was very attracted to what I saw, but just the background and his whole vibe was like skit boy. Not even a skit. And I wasn't in the mood for that. And intuitively, as a woman, I knew if I message him, he's only gonna want one thing from me. So I rather let it go because he had that whole vibe. I can get any woman and I can do anything.
Oh, so what do they call it? The fuck boy vibe.
Yes. I was going to say that now.
So but he was very attractive. He had everything going for him. But I knew if I, as a woman, message him first, it's not gonna work. I would like it to go. So I didn't message him. I just hit the cross and went on with my life. The next day, Badoo let him know that I was on his profile, and he was a bit pissed off. Like, because who are you? Your profile and whatever. He was like, now who are you not to message me? Because everybody else probably messaged me. And then he was like, nah, you the challenge. You're the challenge. And he messaged me, and we never looked back since the first message. Because like you said, the conversation that you have and how you type the words and how you excite you, the vibe you give. So from the first message that he sent me, and then we had this great conversation that night when he messaged me, and I went to bed with no expectations. Because we know. Check lekker vandaag, maar morgen kan zijn niks. So I was like, exactly. So I was like, okay, don't get your hopes up. You've been there like 9 years, 10 years, you know the vibe. Don't expect a good morning message and don't even message him. Move on with your life. So the next morning I got up and the minute I got into the bus, 6 o'clock in the morning, my good morning message came through. And then I knew my girl is fast.
You know what, on that I've been on Tinder for quite a long time, and sometimes from Tinder I move to WhatsApp. Not too long.
We also did.
And then from WhatsApp we'll eventually move to Facebook as well. So this guy that I was seeing, I'll put that in vertical, he did that. Every morning for 2 weeks I got a good morning message. But we've been chatting for 3 years. Right? And then every morning I'd get good morning beautiful and all this. What's a car now? And whatever. And then all of a sudden it just stopped. Before that even. No. After that. Yeah. Like 3 weeks after that. So it just stopped. I got the good morning beautiful message after that happened for 2 weeks straight. And then after the 2 weeks, it took reeks my nuts weer nie. So
you ghosted.
I think yes. I basically got ghosted then for no reason. And then all I got was alles reg and I got these ambiguous freaking status updates and stuff like that, and I was like, you know, it was 34-year-old man, this is not my life. You could have just told me straight, but it doesn't put me off from online dating. I still go on online dating. I mean, I still chat to people.
I think for anybody to look off the topic quickly, the nuances of writing things. You say you can read the tone, but you can't really read
You
the
can't
tone
always, yeah.
of how people are saying. Some people, I've had somebody copy and pasted messages. Like when somebody's typing, something and it lost, and if it's a long message, it will take you a while.
Yes,
You know?
yes.
But then you get a copy and paste and immediately you get a whole paragraph.
Yes.
And then you forget, or he forgets that he sent you the same message, and he sends the same message like 5 minutes after that. So that is what they do. I cannot do serial chatting.
What is serial chat?
Chatting with many people.
Chatting with more than 4 or 5 people. If
But
I
don't
like
you
you,
think that is, look, what I'm trying to break is the whole stigma of online dating, right? So I feel that there's too much issues. We are living a busy life.
Yes.
We are, you guys know how busy I am. I'm extremely busy. I don't even have time for myself.
Yeah.
And I've literally this week, what I've done was I've taken time for myself. But I don't get it. So for me, the online dating is easier, but it doesn't mean I have time to actually go meet you. So I tend to meet a lot of guys at I tend to chat to a lot of guys at once, so that I can see, maybe you know my type, maybe you know my type, maybe you know my type, to see like that.
yeah. I can't do that. I've tried. I really did. I did it once or twice, and then I'm like, I can't do this. Like I said, I'm very gullible. If I like you, I'll invest time and effort in you, right? And then if it doesn't work out, I'll move on to the next person. That's how I am. I give everybody a fair chance, and if it doesn't work out with you, let's move on. Let's see who else is out there. But she's been lucky. I've had my fair sense of married men. Men that's involved in relationships, but they still want to have the side chick, and men that's not ready to.
Does it put you off from online dating?
It hasn't, and I've been online for a while. It's been a couple of years.
So what could you say that we can do to break the stigma? And what do you say that we can, not advice, but what thoughts can you leave out there for our viewers that we can say, there's nothing wrong with online dating, but this is what you can do to improve your sort of online dating experience?
For me, I would say that, first of all, know what you want.
Yeah.
You as a person need to know what you want.
Yeah.
I've been scammed out of 1,000 rand. I've lost 1,000 rand. So I've been scammed. I've been catfished. I've been chatting like
None of
cheesy.
this put you off.
None of it put me off. Because I know people are different from person to person, and I can't judge everybody for someone else's mistake. And I always believed in love. I always wanted that for me. The only problem, to answer your question, it's not putting me off from online dating. It is discovering who and what I am, and actually making me realize that you're only gonna succeed once you know what you want.
Yeah.
And once I knew, I didn't want slaaploze nachten. And I didn't just want this to end in one night. And I promise you, we were sitting in the car that first date, man. He took me to Zebras. And he took me to Zebras because it was like a Wednesday night. And after we ate and we were in the car on our way out, I was like a friend, what to say, no, can you join out? Before we even kissed. Because I knew I'm attracted to you. You look like a nice guy. You picked me up from work. We came to this day. This whole night I could see myself with you.
The pheromones was there.
Yeah, it was high. He was there. Everything was there. So I knew if you wanted to work with me, then we can make it work. But we're not going to see how it goes.
Yeah.
We're not going to be friends and try it out. You're going to know now what you want. And you know what the best thing about online dating is? A person don't need to come and get to know you for 3 to 4 months.
Yeah.
They can see your profile, check all the pictures, see if I'm outgoing, see if I'm just at home taking selfies of food or up in the mountains.
That's also true.
So you can get a sense of the person. So when you do eventually meet, there is no let's see how this goes. So that I can open my legs and you go on. No.
Because like with Bumble, it gives you the whole things that you can tick off.
Yeah.
That's it.
So
I
the
have a
interesting
whole profile, and on my profile it says, I do not want to be your side chick.
Yes.
I do not want a fuckboy.
Yeah.
And funny enough, they don't read profiles though.
Yes.
They go and they do this. Click, 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 click.
Yeah, they see your
click,
picture.
Click, click, click.
Yeah, they're interested in your picture, but they will not read what you've written, your bio and everything, but they will look at your pictures because many people make comments on my pictures and stuff. So to making contact with you should already have an idea of who you are. And so my final tips for how to be successful with online dating is, first of all, know what you want. And then also not be vulnerable. Don't go online looking for a date in your most vulnerable state, because that is when you are open to anything and any attacks, and you literally only gonna walk away the one that's hurt the most.
That is the truth. What I've learned from this entire journey is, and I've been there for a while, is loving myself, knowing who I am. And when somebody contacts me, I can say, this is what I want. I do not want to have a fuckboy in my life. This is what I want in my life. And if you cannot give that to me, you can move on. And it takes nothing away from me, but just knowing that that wasn't the right person. So when you do go online, know who you want, know who you are, just like Samantha said, know who you are, love yourself enough in order to know that that's not the right person for me, you know, and move on. And know when to move on.
And sorry, before we finish this off now, so how is the difference, so what can we break down the whole stigma of the difference between Facebook and online dating? Because for me, I don't see what the difference is with that. I don't know.
My Facebook account is not open for public.
Yeah.
So
because I promise sitting with over 100 inbox messages, and I refuse to reply to them. But I easily go on online dating and I respond to online dating. Because it's this whole thing that, you know, online dating is, you're going to get scammed or you're going to get catfish and stuff. But now who says that Facebook won't catfish you?
It's the same thing for me.
It's exactly the same thing.
It's the same thing.
So now, for me, it's like, you know what, what's the point? Either way, I know a lot of people that meet via Facebook. But you know, it makes no difference. You meet your guy via Badoo. And you're married for how long now?
A year now.
Yeah, I think it's a successful story, guys. It's a success story. And you haven't...
I haven't met anybody that I would want to settle with on Badoo or
any
dating site. But I'm sure there's good guys out there. And I'm like I said, I give everybody a fair chance. So if you want my number is...
I will leave a number at the end of the show. But thank you so much, guys. This has been an awesome freaking time.
Thank you for the opportunity.
Yeah, we hope it helps the people out there.
So do I. And what we will be doing is we'll be giving everybody a chance to drop us a message on all our socials, which should be popping at the end of the series, at the end of the show as well. And you can let Samantha or Rochelle know any questions. We'll direct the questions through to them and have them answered to you as soon as we possibly can. Furthermore, once again, thanks. I hope you guys enjoyed your glass of wine. And
thank you.
I'll definitely have you guys again. I must just say you guys are my first guests for the show, for this that I've started, and it's been really good. It really has. So thanks guys, tune in next week again, same time, same place, where I will have maybe the guys do a online dating session as well. But other than that, we'll have a bit more. All our socials, you can follow us, and please don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel as well. Follow us on Facebook with On The City with Her Now, on Instagram and on Twitter On The City with Her Now as well, and then on our YouTube channel. See you next week.